I'm going to read 3 poems, and I actually want to start with a poem by someone else who's in the anthology. Michael McGriff's poems show up under California, which I assume is where he was when the anthology was being assembled, but he does hail from the state. The poem is called Foxgloves. The dreams of those buried in winter push through the ground in summer. Among the orders, my dead belong to the ditches of county roads. Before the walkers came over to negotiate the easement with their version of a city lawyer, my father hung dozens of foxgloves above our door. A dead crow hung by its feet from the same hook. Even in death, that purple luster is a kind of singing. Dead man's bells, witches' gloves. And I want to read one of the poems. I have 3 in the anthology, but one of them seemed to kind of follow, being also, I suppose, elegiac, also short, but maybe less subtle than that poem. In fact, mine's called Elegy with Policemen. One might have told the officer one was distracted by thoughts of one's father, an old man with barely the strength of will to die at the end, miles away, tubes and so on. But that would have suggested thought to which one probably did not rise. And then there were the officer's lights and the stop sign for which one probably did not stop, not even by rote. Rote, like family, like love, not unfailing. The last thought was probably of how the consolation of imaginary things is not imaginary consolation. One might say it was embarrassing, but it was more that it seemed it should be. It was a short but completely full stop in an otherwise unremarkable day. And I would like to end with a slightly newer poem. Once you start on elegy, you can't really stop, so there's a little bit of that in here. It's called Filial Piety. For 6 months, he had been taking care of the old woman, driving her to doctors with her smell of pee and her querulous voice. The only nice thing she ever said to him was about the trees they passed being tall, as if he had set the world stage for her. Yet, with a mother's unerring instinct for harm, the bad weather also was his fault. A saint, too, he was when she died, handling bureaucrats, cards from insurance companies, refusing to pay, but for all that, sorry for his loss. And what was lost? It is difficult to see, but now, as he drives to work or out to buy milk or sips tea on the back porch, the trees cannot straighten their trunks. The rain is coming. His voice, peevish as a crow's, picks at the flaws, the wrongs done, how nothing works. Even the phone line one calls to check the time refuses to work.